David Gauke, on radio just now, has put forward the most interesting point. He said the Prime Minister got it wrong and she could have apologised. But she hasn't. Instead, she's got other ministers to line up to say how important she is and how much they stand by her. Nadim Zahawi, Therese Kofi, Simon Clarke, who's heard of him, Anne-Marie Trevelyan. The point is, we don't know who these people are. We do know who she is. We do know who Liz Truss is because she's the person who's been constantly on the news because the news has been focused on her foul-up. And she's got a very simple option. She can continue with this talking down to us, which she's tried today. She can continue with this me, which she's tried today. This is her natural position. And she doesn't do that very well, frankly. Or she can try something new. She can try opening up in public, as presumably she does in private. I cannot believe that this is a person who does not regret what she's done, who is not suffused with misery at the pain that she's caused our nation. I cannot believe that that is not Liz Truss. So why don't we see that Liz Truss? Why instead do we have to see this puppet who can barely master, who can barely get through a speech? Why doesn't she sit down with a decent interviewer and pour out her heart to the nation? We're not going to feel pity for the me speeches. In fact, if anything, we're going to feel more angry with her. But we might feel a little bit more sympathy for her if she joined us in the emotional experience that she has caused. If we heard her regret, if we heard her apology, and even if she wants to cry, she can cry. She doesn't have to do all that off stage. Now is the time for our Prime Minister to be vulnerable, because I think that's actually her only option. That is her only way to save her premiership. And I think David Gauke is right. An apology is what we need to hear. An apology, some contrition, and a call to all of us to work with her to get it right. Who could resist that? But I can almost confidently predict that will never happen. I think I can pretty confidently predict that what we'll get is more of the me, and the lecturing. Because that's how she interprets the Thatcher image that she is trying to ape. And she's got it wrong. Mrs. Thatcher was an extraordinarily emotional leader, like so many of the other great leaders of history, like Churchill, like JFK, like Roosevelt. Emotional. And some of these emotional leaders were really bad people. Some of them were really good. But they used their emotion to fire the spirit of their audience. Liz Truss just makes us angry because we can see through it and we know it's false, we know it's fake, and we know she's trying to read a script that she can barely master. I strongly recommend, in fact, I appeal to her to do something real. Do something real and appeal to us emotionally. You know? Today is the world of the emotions. Today is the world when we salute the emotions. Let's see some. If you want to appeal to the British people now, appeal emotionally. We can take it, and we will love you for it. Continue to thump on your desk. Continue to harry us and hector us over something we know that you've done and that you've done wrongly, and we will show you the door, as sure as eggs is eggs. It's only a matter of days. Continue on the present track, Liz Truss, and you are out.